Hello. Welcome back to
God.
ABC. Welcome back to ABC Brick by Brick. It's been a while. We haven't done a brick by brick since we officially started recording matches for ABC. But of course, you probably will recognize our voices by now if you're like a casual viewer, which we don't really have
I
any.
only
But
showed up once. I don't think they know me.
Yeah,
I mean, you've done like
me.
promos and stuff by now. But okay, so my name is Tsunami, aka Shooter Key Dynasty, aka Alexander Jr., aka like a bunch of
Okay,
other
that's
people.
enough.
A bunch of
Uh,
other people. We are
yes,
here joined by the boys,
yes.
Caninius
Boy.
and
Canadius,
Alex.
aka Jantipode, aka
Ew!
Antipode.
That was disgusting.
It sounds like an STD, and I'm not even exaggerating.
I'm sorry, you have Jantipode. And I'm Alex. People also call me Toxic.
Oof.
Pain.
Out of
I'm
context.
I'm Avery Irvin, Alex G. That's truly the two dominant characters, so that's all you're getting. And Malcolm Eli. I didn't think about
Yeah,
that.
well, how
The
did you
world
forget the new
champion.
Though I
ABC
didn't even think about the world champion.
The world premiere.
So
Oh, and
today,
Andrew Redwood.
yes, yeah, that's why I'm saying like they know your voice because you
Oh, Terry
commentate.
T. Yeah.
Yeah, Terry T. I'm Nicholas Archer. You're like whatever, but anyway. Okay, as we know, brick by brick, we try to pick a topic and talk about that specific topic, making another brick in the way ABC was founded and will continue to grow. And today,
We've
we're gonna be
talked about a
talking
lot
about-
of men.
Yeah, we
But
talk
now-
about specific people, and I'm very excited to now be getting on to more broad topics because I feel like that will be a lot more fun for like our group to listen to because we've all taken part in these topics in one way or another, you know. But whereas Superstars just that's one person and blah blah blah. So anyway, today
Not everybody wants to listen to the Alex G recap. And then
I don't even know if that's up yet.
it's definitely not.
Yeah, I messaged Tsunami, I think, and I was like, hey, how many brick by brick, like person specific ones are not on YouTube? Because I'm pretty
think
sure
the
it's much
last
greater
one-
than zero.
I think
Yeah,
the
there's
last one that
a-
got uploaded was the Warren Marshall one, where T just acted very nonchalant the whole
It was-
time.
So yeah,
okay,
it's kind of the best in the world.
I can tell you it was Quentin Wolf, and that one went
Okay.
for 22 minutes amongst like 10-ish minutes podcast. And Fudge,
yeah.
Fudge went over every
know
At
mine
Fudge
went
single
long.
match that Quentin
Yeah,
Wolf
that,
ever
that's
did.
what I did too, and I know mine went long.
But so anyway, today's topic is, as suggested by Caninius, the beauty of live commentary, which is something we have never done in ABC. It's only been in our predecessor like companies, whatever. And we're all very familiar with how that went and how it's really like, is it the beauty of live commentary or is it like
The tragedy of
the
live commentary.
And that's what we're gonna find out today. So we all have our
Yeah.
more than enough experience in that field. I would say Toxic more so than anybody. He commentated literally like every match in ESC. So
Yep.
when it comes to questions, what makes it different? What makes it especially different in ESC and XW than ABC?
I feel like I'm gonna have to be the one that talks a lot since like you said, I did a lot of the fucking commentary for ESE. I think the thing that really just makes it different and kind of stands out is just especially from like the ABC style where like we'll have a finished product and then like with multiple with at least ABC it's very easy to like have a screw up and then like it turns into like, okay, well, we can just go and record it again. Where with live commentary, which I think was kind of the best part of it, it was one take and any sort of flub, any sort of like goofy thing that is said just amplified what was happening. Like you could go into a match that's like very basic. It could be like it's a filler match and go out like the match would start and then something hilarious would happen and it would just amplify the matches like in a whole. So I think that was definitely something that just like really set it apart. Is just you only had one chance to really make it perfect, and even if you screwed up something, called a move wrong, like it's still like somebody laughed, somebody found enjoyment of it.
Yeah, I want to say too, like commentary as a whole makes matches better than they are, typically speaking. But there's also the times where there was those filler matches that nobody wanted to commentate. Therefore, commentary was always, well, not always, but it was sometimes not enthusiastic. And
Right.
so that
I
was
definitely
always,
had a few of those in ESE where
oh
like
man, suplex by
well,
what's his face?
you commentate so many matches that when you get like I don't know, just this is not gonna be me bashing anybody. When you get like Raymond Kanyesa versus I don't know Demarcus Voden or something, and you're just like, oh okay, this match is just happening. It's like I'm gonna call it, I'm gonna enjoy calling it, but like I'm also gonna be looking at Twitter at the same time.
Well, yeah, it's like you're at some point because you got to keep in mind these live commentary things. I mean,
You don't know how long they're gonna
you
go.
don't know
Either.
how long the match is gonna go. Which, by the way, they went pretty long sometimes.
You're essentially commentating a 4-hour show 9 out of 10
Yeah.
times because those shows, I mean, it wasn't like ABC where there's a match and then there's a match and there's a match. It was like there's a match.
There's a
there's
match, and then we have to
30
wait
minutes.
for Markster to finish editing his call, and then there's a match.
Yeah, 30 minutes of waiting for somebody or trying to wrangle
And
somebody onto Xbox.
when we get to a question here later with this whole like broader topic, boy was it just like I'll have an answer for it, and boy was it depleting at points, but I
Oh yeah.
loved it. Um, but like there was definitely times where like it was just so unenthusiastic. Like I would be on Twitter and would miss like I would miss a move, and then I'd just be like, "Oh man!" Just takes him out. It's
You're
like,
not even looking at the screen. You just hear
yeah,
the
I was
sound effects.
definitely, yeah, I would hear the crowd reaction. I was like, "Oh fuck, I missed something."
No, my
Well,
favorite parts were, well, it sucked as a competitor, but it's kind of funny looking back now. Like when it was like, okay, we're 4 matches into the show, we're on a filler, and commentary starts and it gets slower and slower, and at some
Yep.
point there just isn't commentary.
It's just
Yeah.
quiet for half the match, and you'll just call out the high spot.
I remember numerous ESE opens that just didn't have commentary because it was just not going to happen.
Well, the problem with the ESC Opens was they were 6 mans, and it's so hard, especially like if you just have one person calling it. It's so hard to keep like watch all the action, and at some point, at least I would just be like, I can't fucking do this, and then I would just sit there and just wait for like a like huge suplex, and then I was like, oh, okay, I can call that part, and it's like, oh,
Superplex off the top rope.
yeah.
So the simple answer for the first question, which was what makes it different from ABC, is that you're commentating it right then and there when it's happening, when the people are doing their match. And in ABC, the entire show gets edited first and then commentary goes in afterwards. But with the second question, we've already kind of like touched on what makes it special for the commentators and like for people watching it, because obviously they are watching it along with the commentary. But I think for the competitors, it's very special because they get to immediately hear one or two people react to what they're doing, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because like if you think about it, where ABC, where we record the shows in advance, like have everything ready, and then there's still a release date, like, and it's like, oh, we've got to wait till like October 14th to see this match and hear what like the commentators think. Because Sue, you and I do this a lot, where we'll go and commentate a show, and then we'll just like hype up moments in the show, and then it's just like, oh, well, great, now I've got to wait 3 weeks to actually hear this.
Yeah, and it's
And
funny because people will come, like they'll record their matches and they'll tell me, "Oh my god, it was such dog shit. Can I please re-record it?" And I watch it and I'm like, "It's fine." And then we do commentary and it's like now it's one of the best matches on the card.
I feel
know?
like you said earlier, commentary very much just amplifies anything because like we're playing a video game, and sometimes it's really hard to get something to go right in these games. And it just feels like once one thing goes bad, everything else does. But like we've commentated so long, and I feel like we can quickly fix it. Like a lot of the time, somebody will miss like a top rope move, but like there's enough of an adjustment period where we're like, oh, okay, he just moved out of the way, and we can just call it on commentary like that.
Right.
On
So
the flip side, sorry, I was going to
no,
add
no.
this. On the flip side of that same coin, though, with the live commentary thing with XW and ABC, there'd be times, notably with like Danny V5, where he's going for a combo of some sorts, and he just misses like 5 moves in a
I
row.
would
We're
try
like,
so hard to spin
and
that, and then
and
it's just like
and he
you
goes for
after the third
and
time.
and you're just like, and you're just trying not to laugh.
There were so many times. You know the meme of the guy who's just like he's like just sitting in his chair and like he's super red faced. He's got veins popping everywhere. There
Yep.
Yes.
were so many times where like I would see Ryan Gates go for the open the gates setup, and I was just like, oh, here we go.
Oh, that might
So
be. Yeah, that was crazy.
Kane, I want to ask you specifically because I feel like you do have an opinion on this. Between live commentary, which was what we did on ESC and XW every single time, and commentary in post production, which is what we do now, which one do you prefer?
So I prefer the commentary in post production because I feel like it's just a lot less strain on the people who are actually going in there and commentating. And you kind of know what you're getting into. And you're also watching these matches for the first, I mean, unless you're Tsunami, you're watching these matches for the first time. And so you kind of get the best of both worlds. I will say there are advantages to live commentary, like what you say will directly impact the people in the match. Like they can hear what you're saying when you're saying it, which is always fun because you can like make fun of the people in the match and then they respond by doing some sort of move with their character and you're like, hey, get trolled.
I made a whole character based off that when Gothic and Burning commentated one of my matches and just called my character Kung Fu Naki every time I
Yeah,
would go to the top rope. So I
Austin
just started going to the
Suzuki.
opposite. Started going to the opposite side of the top rope and would just jump at fucking full speed.
I think that
I
actually
never hit
worked
the
one
move.
time.
It might have once, and I got a pinfall, and everybody popped for it.
What
Yeah,
I
Popped the
found,
boys in the back.
what I found especially funny was when we were doing XWE, there was a large period of time where in order to commentate the match, you had to be in the match. So it would be two people in the commentary get-ups, and they would stand on the apron.
That's one of my favorite
So
clips of
It'd
all
be a
time,
tag
and
team match.
I would love for you to add this in. T-Driver's getting attacked by Tristan Knight inadvertently. Is some of the funniest stuff I've ever heard.
Yes,
I
if we're gonna put that clip in, break now and then come back here in like 5 seconds and just
I'll
watch
send
this.
you the clip if I need to.
yeah, I used to love, well, I didn't used to love it at the time, but now I love looking back on Equal just being an absolute goon on commentary and just punching him off the apron.
Same our company. I I feel like the common answer now, at least from like doing ABC, is definitely that we all kind of prefer the post production. I think there's a certain novelty to like live commentary and everything, and it's very nostalgic to look back at it, especially because like if you think about live commentary and everything, where we'll go in and like we kind of know some of the like inner plans that are going on during like the post production commentary. It felt as if like even though we can get surprised now by stuff that's happening, we kind of know everything just because like we're in the talks of it. Where with like live commentary, anything that happened was kind of kept in the blue. So then like you were getting a lot of people's like first genuine reactions, and not only just the commentators, but a lot of the time like the other people that were in the party would also kind of just like pop, and it was like, oh, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was one thing about ESC in general that I liked over ABC is that there's a lot more secrets that were well kept in ESC, whereas
Yeah.
ABC it's kind of hard for me to tell now who knows what and who doesn't, because I tell people, that are involved with this about this, or they tell me, and then I got to tell someone in like the management group because they got to know. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but I would definitely say I think I have found with commentary a happy medium, because I don't know why, just there's a click. I guess it's like it's same feeling you get, like, or at least that I used to get when I would break the curtain. Like, my reactions are going to be the same reactions every time. It's like it's weird. You get this energy, but I find that I have more fun and make more jokes and say more dumb things in post production because I'm anticipating someone hearing it later. I'm not worried about offending. I'm not worried about offending anyone right now, because no matter what, that's now a permanent part of the show, and they cannot do anything about it. I also, when we're doing the watch parties, we're all talking in a party, so you really don't get to hear commentary that well. So it's going to be really fun to look back at some point and be like, "Oh my god!"
I do that a lot while I'm sitting at work. I'll just be like, I actually didn't get to hear the commentary for this matchup, and then we'll go back and watch the match specifically so I can hear what people are saying, and then I'll rediscover wow, this match was actually really solid.
So the last question was, what is your all-time favorite live commentary moment or moments? But I'm gonna for me, because I want to answer this first. I'm gonna switch it up. It's gonna be my favorite commentary catchphrase, because I feel like there's a lot of those, and there's kind of hard to pick one. But I'm very much enjoying Devin Blade talking about big sweaty men slapping
meat.
I am very much enjoying that.
I love that.
Does that count as a live commentary moment?
That's more of a post-production.
Yeah, that is. Okay, so I'll say maybe live. But see, I don't want to pick myself. I'm only thinking of funny ones. And I'm now thinking about Jim something and how.
Oh, no. Okay,
we had some moments with Jim something and Jim Justice.
The ESCX. We should make an episode on ESCX. But anyways,
it was
the dark side of the ring. ESCX.
The ESCX commentary was absolutely, it was live and it was not taken seriously.
It was me and Tsunami with country accents just calling everything. We would just be like, all right, and here comes Ken Bishop, the king of my ass.
Yeah. Yes, Ken Bishop. That is where Ken Bishop spawned from. He teleported into the world then.
He was killing the business. He was the king of my ass. The
last episode he was the king of the ring because we redeemed his arc, but still.
I really enjoyed saying we're not allowed to have livestock in ESC, and it's not my fault you married a damn sea cow. I loved saying that for some reason. And karate chop his karate artery.
His karate artery.
So anyway, I'll push it over to you guys now. That's all I really got to say about that.
I think my answer is pretty. It's been kind of the same since ESE ended. What mine was, very deteriorating to think about it now, because they were 4-hour shows. But I did something called the Alex Gill special. I did this 3 different times just because I really was in a mood where I didn't want to commentate with anybody else, and I would just take over a show and I would just commentate every match by myself. This was including pay-per-views. There was 4 hours of show where I would just be sitting in my room at my parents' house screaming for ever. And oh boy, I would leave those shows with no voice. The problem was I would also have to cut promos at some point in the night, I would also have no voice. So I just sounded like I was about to break down crying during every one of them.
So I think, and this is gonna sound really bad, but I think maybe my all-time favorite commentary moments were, so we'd be in the middle of I don't know, Cataclysm 1 or some really hype pay-per-viewer show, and Equal would be commentating a match. He'd be doing it really well, and he'd be like, "Oh my god!" And then you just hear the door open, and his mom would come in and be like, I'm not gonna say his name. Be like, Equal, if you don't quiet down right now, I'm turning the Wi-Fi off.
I always noticed it when he would laugh so much, is when it would be like, all right, here she comes.
He was the typical Mom, I'm commentating, Jesus.
But I think that was a big one for me.
love
And
that.
also, I don't know, just the jokes. This is a general one, but just the jokes that people would crack on commentary, like for the sole purpose that the people in the match could hear them, were very good. I know.
Something that I'm shocked didn't get brought up was anytime Hayden Creed would have a match, when he would make his way out, when he would make his way out to the ring, he came out to "Nobody's" by Marilyn Manson, which is also the Decay's theme song. Everybody in the party, including commentary, would just start singing his theme. And the best part of it was after the
At
first
the
chorus
end of the
finished,
chorus, yep.
T drivers would just yell, "This crowd is electric!" And if he
Every
wasn't there,
time,
somebody would pick up the scraps.
for the whole, oh my gosh, for the whole last year of ESE that happened.
And if T wasn't, like, T would find a way no matter what, even if he wasn't on the show or wasn't in the party for the whole show, the second Hayden Creed's theme would hit, he would just join the party.
It was crazy.
We're gonna leave soon, but this conversation has brought up a whole new realm of thought that I didn't even think about, and that is the beauty of live promos. Because
oh boy,
oh my god, if you have to get me on that episode,
yeah,
because boy, did I have a stinker.
I can't wait to talk about Nick. I can't wait to talk about Nick Salem's dark past when it comes to live promos.
And
I can't wait to talk about Alex G's dark past.
Oh man, and of course, who could forget about the big truck and Curtis Oxley dinner?
Oh god,
I cried during that promo. I got off work from waiting tables and then came and waited another table.
All right, well, I think we're gonna call it there. We've just about wrapped up the discussion of commentary, but keep your eyes out if you're an ABC member or if you're not, which I don't really know. I have no idea who our audience really is. Mostly just us, but we're going to be doing a big...
I don't know. I have a few people. I have a few friends who have been watching the product.
Right on. If you are not a direct member of ABC, thank you for watching. We're going to be doing a huge 1, 2, 3, hopefully pretty soon with like everybody. Maybe even going for like an hour and a half. But Caninius,
clusterfuck.
that's going. Yes, correct. Caninius, thank you for joining us. Alex, as always, or Toxic, whichever. Thank you for joining us. My name's Tsunami, and this was Brick by Brick. I almost said 1, 2, 3.
Thank you for joining 1, 2, 3.
All right.